Hello everybody, and welcome back to our channel, and welcome back to Cooking with Lynn on a Sunday. And we are in the motorhome, and Cosori have sent me this, which is going to be living in the motorhome. It's the 5.5 litre Cosori air fryer, and if it's as good as the other one, it's going to be amazing. So to try it out, I am just going to cook us a chicken burger, which is a pre-cooked one, but to serve it with the sauce and everything that I use. But tomorrow morning I am going to be cooking us the best tasting, the most delicious omelette that you'll ever try. Happy with that? Right, so I'm going to get it out of the box and have a look and see if it's as good as the last one. Right, so I've got it out of the box, and there it is. There was bits of plastic and cardboard in, which I've taken it out, and some stickers on here to make sure to tell you to make sure you take everything out. So let's have a look at the actual air fryer. So you've got the basket there, and on it you push that forward, push the button down to release it. And the one thing they do tell you to be careful of is don't press that button down when you're shaking anything, which is to me pretty obvious, but there you go. So in it as well comes a user manual, a recipe book, which will be handy, a reference guide, and another good thing with this is you've got the app to it, and you've got your Cosori 5.5 litre air fryer manual. So yeah, they're pretty straightforward. So I'm going to plug it in, have a look, take these off, and have a look at what you can do with it. Now, it is a beautiful looking thing. I don't know if you can see, it looks like black brushed steel. And I've just noticed when I turned it round, you've got this handy hook to wind the cable up so you can store it. I've just been looking through the manual because I've never used this before. As you see, it's just come right out the box. So it's a 1700 watt. So you're going to be able to use this on grid, no problem at all, or off a good power bank. You can use it off that. So I'm going to plug it in and see what the settings look like. Right, so I have washed the baskets, took those out and washed those, but they advise you to do what they're calling a test run. So they say turn it on, there's your display screen, and then do a preheat, press preheat, which is there, and press play. So let that, and it'll burn off anything that shouldn't be in there, and yeah, that's the test run. So it's always advisable to do that when you first have an air fryer. Like I said, we are going to keep this one in the motorhome because in that drawer you can actually fit a £5 full chicken. So when we go on our winter adventure, this will be coming with us. And if we're not on grid, which I doubt if we will be, we'll be running it off a power bank, and I can actually still cook a cooked dinner not using our gas. Right, so the only reason I'm doing this, and this is what I usually do off camera before I actually cook a meal in anything like this. So I'm going to just cook something from the freezer to try it out, and then like I said, tomorrow I'll be cooking us brunch or breakfast or lunch or whatever, but it'll be the best omelette you'll ever have. So yeah, what it's done now, it's preheated, it's burnt off all the factory things. I'm going to take the baskets out and place them on a hot chopping board and let them cool down slightly. Well, you're supposed to let them cool down for 5 minutes, and then I will just cook these chicken burgers and see how it cooks those. So I'm going to just be cooking to make Robert's lunch, which are two lovely, I'm just doing some cobs, 2 chicken burgers. I want to see how this performs in cooking these. So if you look at the directions on the back, if you're going to do something like this, I mean, this saves you getting all your oven messy. It says 200 degrees or a fan oven 180. So what I would tend to do on an air fryer, I do tend to go 20 degrees lower. So I'm going to try that. That's what I normally do in my air fryer at home. I'm going to cook these. So temperature, you touch that one. I'm going to cook these at 160. So you press that one, then you press the temperature and time again, and it says 25 minutes. So let's go up to 25 minutes and see what happens. This hasn't got the, it isn't like, it's similar, but it hasn't got the bottom element. So you are going to have to turn them halfway through, I think. So I'm going to try it out. We'll put it on for that and see what happens. So then just press play. Right, so it's been cooking for about 12 minutes. So what I'm going to do is take these out, well, with a pair of tongs. I always use rubber or silicone. Don't ever use metal because you will scratch it. Turn those over, pop those back in. They're cooking lovely, they smell lovely. We only ever buy 100% breast chicken, not formed. Won't eat that crap. And then, yeah, while that's been doing, I've just cut a couple of carbs, some lettuce, tomato, and Robert's favourite, Nando's Perinaise garlic peri-peri mayonnaise. I wanted the hot sauce and I forgot it. It's because it's me, I forgot it. So it's finished, it's turned itself off. Tomorrow when I do the omelette, I'll introduce you to all the different functions on it. But honestly, I do advise you, when you get a new air fryer, if you've never had one before, or it's just a new different model to the one you've had before, I'd always do what I've done and just do something frozen in it, making sure the temperatures are correct, you know, and the timings and whatever. It's the easiest way to get to know your air fryer. So right, that's stopped. I'm going to open it and they are cooked lovely. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I could have actually cut that into two and made you two of them instead of just the one. Put that one on there. So yeah, this is how we have this. Just pop a tomato on, and then Robert's favourite. I do prefer the hot sauce, but Robert likes this one, and because, like I said, if it was Rob, I always make sure I've got his stuff. I remember what he likes, so I forget what I've got to have. So I'm not going to bother with a taste test for this today for Robert, because you all know what a chicken burger tastes like.
Yes, you all. I'm here, people, behind the camera.
As usual.
Give it to you.
But that's going to be so hot, so hot. You do know what it tastes like, for goodness sake.
Yes, I know, but to me, personally, I prefer food like this in an air fryer. To me, it tastes better than doing it in the oven.
But you prefer food like that anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I love it. Easy food, quick, simple.
He's going to burn you.
We don't eat frozen food, very rarely. Only when she's doing a review on one of these.
Yeah, but this is an ideal snack for lunch, isn't it? Or
that's hot, people. I'm going to get it down, mate.
Yeah, and
it's beautiful.
I'll see you in a few minutes, but it'll actually be tomorrow for me when I show you how to do the very best omelette in the world.
And trust me, it is the best. It's beautiful.
It might sound like only an omelette, but it's perfect. And how good it is to do an omelette in the air fryer. See you in the morning. Hello again. Well, today it's another day for me, but it's a couple of seconds from when I saw you last. Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you, and Robert's not going to be happy with this, but to my lovely friend Kathy Nix for my pinny apron. It's not a pinny, it's an apron. Shut up, Robert. So I'm going to wear this as often as I can, every time I cook, so I haven't got to say it, I can just turn around and go. Anyway, getting on to the cooking. Right, today I'm going to use the air fryer, and I am cooking the best ever omelette. This is what we have an awful lot, whether it's at home or in the static. And I've just started using the air fryer to do it, and I find it so much easier. So what I bought is, I'll take the instructions out again, an 8-inch silicone cake thing, whatever it is. But I bought this off Amazon. I think I paid £8 for two. So I've got one. I'm going to keep one in here and keep one in my other air fryer. So right, let's get on to making the omelette. So this is what I'm going to put in our omelette. So we have got bacon, sausage, cheese, mushrooms, spring onions, and of course eggs. So yeah, I'm going to preheat this as they tell you to. So I'll take that off there, pull that out and press the preheat button there, and that's going to heat at 205 for 5 minutes. So I'll let that preheat and I will chop. Oh, press play would help, wouldn't it? Press play, and I'm going to chop the bacons and mushrooms and sausage up, ready to start. So for the first one, for the first bit, I'm going to chop up 2 sausages, 2 mushrooms and 2 pieces of bacon, and I will cook those in the air fryer, well, in the silicone, as I'll show you in a sec. So I'm chopping the sausages into small pieces, otherwise it'll cook before the bacon. And again, I'm using scissors, as I use scissors for more or less everything. Just chop them into small pieces, as I said, and drop them straight into your silicone, I can't think what to call it, tray, and I'll cook it directly in this. So what I've done, I have chopped the sausage, the mushrooms, the bacon and the onion. I'm going to fry this first, so that's preheated, so I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to put this on 180. So 180, that's the temperature. So time, I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to cook it for about 6-7 minutes, but I am going to keep taking it out, using my tongs to turn it around to make sure everything is cooked through before I add the egg and the milk. So while all that is cooking, I'm going to break 3 eggs into my jug. 1, 2, 3, and a splash of milk, and I'm not going to put any more salt in because we've got the salt coming from the bacon and the sausage. So, but I am going to add pepper, good dose of pepper, and then I will grate some cheese into it and give it a good whisk up. Right, so now I'm just grating the cheese to add to the egg and the milk and the pepper. We'll have some more of that. I think I underestimated the cooking time for the bacon and the sausage. It's been cooking for 3 minutes. I think it's actually going to take around 10 minutes to get the bacon and the sausage crispy. So I'll check it in 4 minutes and let you see. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm using half of the tomato. I've kept a little bit of cheese aside because just before it is cooked, the omelette is actually cooked, I sprinkle some cheese on top so it's extra cheesy. So that's all cooked. There we go. So that's all nicely cooked through. Your sausage, your bacon, your onions and your mushrooms. So what I do as a precaution, just to help it not stick, this is a new bottle, there we go. So I'm just going to spray a little on. And then I'm going to carefully put that down, and I'm going to add the egg, tomatoes, milk and cheese. So there you go, that's the egg, cheese and tomato. So I'll just scrape that out, make sure it's all in there. So I'm going to pop that back in the air fryer, turn it on. I'm going to cook it at 180 for 15 minutes, but I am going to check it at around 7 minutes, have a look, see how it's getting on. So see you in a minute. So there we go, that's after 7 minutes. So now what I've got to do, I'm going to get it out, turn it over onto the plate and then put it back in to cook the other side. So what I've done, I have popped it out onto a plate, and I'm going to push it now back in so it's on the other side. There we go. And I'm going to pop that back in there now and cook it again for another, I say another 5 to 6 minutes. So just before it goes in, I'm just going to sprinkle the remainder of the cheese on top. like so, and I'm going to put it back into this amazing Cosori. I'm really impressed with it. It's on 7, so I'm going to reduce that down, and I'm going to cook it for 5 minutes, and I'll check it after 5 minutes. Just while I'm waiting for that to finish cooking, I just want to say about the amazing recipe book that this comes with. There are so many recipes in it. There is how to cook vegetables and meat and even cakes. So I'm looking forward to trying some of these recipes out. So that's a really good added bonus that you get with the Cosori. Really impressed. And I will of course put the links to the Cosori 5.5 air fryer in the description below. And at the moment it's coming in £84.15 from Amazon, so it's absolutely brilliant, well worth it. Can't really say enough good about it. It's cooked everything perfect, and it's, like I said, it's going to live in the motorhome for forever, so we can use it to do all our dinners and as much as I can in that, because it saves you from using the oven, from having to bend. Everything is at the height that you need it at. So yeah, definitely well worth it. So there you go, all cooked. All I've got to do now is get it out, plate it up and serve it. Happy with that.
There you go, people, the perfect omelette.
They are the best omelettes in the world.
Yeah.
And I've got to hand the knife and fork over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'll do these all the time. Well, we both do these all the time now in the air fryer, because they're the best omelettes in the world. Yeah, and they're easy to do. Yeah. As you've seen. And the only washing up you've got at the end of the day is the silicone bowl. I always... That's going to be hot. So good. What are you having?
Well, we were going to have half each, but I think I'm going to have to cook another one.
I think you are.
Yeah, I always do wipe my air fryer out after every use, because if you don't, you're going to get a build-up of grease and whatever from cooking. I mean, I'm going to cook a joint of gammon in that when we get back from Shrewsbury, aren't we?
Yeah.
For tea tonight, so I'll put gammon in, take that out, and then I'll wash it and clean it and then do some chips. But it's only one pot that you've got to wash up all the time.
Oh, I've got to wait for it to cool down. It's red hot.
I'm happy with that because I'm hungry.
Absolutely beautiful. It
yeah,
really
it's
is.
just, I know it's something really simple, but it's something that's absolutely great to do in your motorhome
It's
or
a
at
breakfast.
home. It's
a whole breakfast, all in one pan.
Or
Perfect.
brunch. Yeah, I mean, it's, what time is it for us now? It's 5 to 12, so it saves me doing any lunch.
Yeah. So 20 minutes in the air fryer, job done.
Yeah.
Happy with that, folks? Happy.
So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Lynn on a Sunday. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, people. So stay safe out of caravanners, motorhomes, tenters, driftwood skies, all new. We still love you.
We do.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one. And now it's time to eat.
And thank you again, Kathy, for my wonderful apron. I keep forgetting that word.
Beautiful.